Hey everybody, I'm coming at you from my van because this is where it is peaceful and nobody's going to try to interrupt me with requests while I'm recording this video. But I hope you guys had a great day at the rally in Kamloops yesterday. We had such a great day putting it on for you. I know I learned a ton, so I hope you guys learned a ton as well. The content was just so good and the presenters were amazing. And there was just so much to learn there. So I'm just so excited for all of the different things that we had to share. And I had some stuff to share too. And we just ran out of time. So I said yesterday that I would record this video. So here I am recording it, and I'll post it in the group for you guys to watch. So my talk is being your best self, self-care, and emotional oils. And when I wrote this, I was struggling to find the right words to say and how to, like, what to write, what was on my heart, what message does somebody need to hear. And I really prayed about that a lot before. And so when I started writing this out, it just started flowing, and I was typing, and it's like I can hear myself saying it. So I'm going to read more than I normally do. I usually just make some point form notes. But in this case, I feel like the way it came out of my brain the first time is the same way that I want you guys to hear it. Because I feel like that's what came from my heart, and that's what came for me to share with you guys, because I want you guys to know that you are so valuable and you are so worthy and loved, and you're enough. And I think we don't accept that. There's so many rules in life that we allow to dictate how we feel about ourselves and how we see ourselves. And to be honest, I think most of us live in a place where we don't own our value and our worth to the extent that we should. So I'm just going to share this with you, and I'm going to read more of it. So hopefully that doesn't seem awkward on this video, but yeah, anyway, I hope that this blesses you, because that's every time I present anything, whether it's Kids in Oils, Essential Rewards, Emotional Oils, whatever it is, I always pray first that someone would be blessed by the content that I am giving you, and that someone would find value in it, and that in some way this would touch somebody. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and yeah, I'm just going to share with you guys. Did you know that you are beautiful? You have value, and you are loved. God says that we are more precious than rubies. Nothing that we desire compares to the value that we hold as people. You are one of a kind, created for a purpose, and you are loved. Do you believe this? Because I think that's where we need to start today. We live in an imperfect world of imperfect people, and we've done ourselves a huge disservice, and the people around us that live in the lies that are bombarding us daily. The magazine images are retouched. The social media portrays everyone in their best light, and not necessarily the true nitty-gritty of what's happening in their lives. Keyboard courage is running rampant, where people have a platform to say things from behind screens, but they don't have to own their words and their actions, and how that makes other people feel, and the impact that that carries on the lives of other people. We have access to all the world news almost as it happens, and so much of it is ugly. Technology is advancing so fast that we are getting farther and farther away from the day-to-day human interaction that we used to have. In all of this, we are fed so many lies. We aren't worthy, we aren't valuable, we aren't pretty enough, we aren't fashionable enough, we're not successful enough, we are not loved, and that we just aren't enough. So this has to stop. I wish I had all the amazing words to sit here and tell you right here, right now, impart the wisdom that would allow you to listen to this and walk away from it and have your head held high and lay aside all of those horrible lies that you've been fed over the years and for your entire lifetime, and you could live in the fullness and confidence of who you were created to be. It would be nice if it was just that easy, but unfortunately it's not. But you can choose to start today, right now, right here. You can sit here and you can make a choice that you are enough. You were created for a reason, and you were created for a purpose. With strengths, gifts, talents that the world needs. And you get to choose how big that world is for you. Not everyone wants to go out and change the whole world. Not everyone wants to take their gifts and light out to the ends of the earth. That's just not practical. We don't all want that. But you can decide how big your world is, because you have a place, and that might be in your home, in your family, in your community. Maybe you're going to take this beyond your community, but it can be anything. And I think you'll be surprised that as you live in that fullness of who you are, and that you have a place, and that you start reaching people, you probably will almost naturally extend your reach, even more than you realize you will. But as you learn to live in the fullness of who you are, then you're just going to feel so much joy in experiencing what that's like. It says there's statistics out there that show that when people are operating in their strengths and in their gifts, that they are automatically filled with more purpose, more willingness to go forth and to share that with other people, and more gratitude and gratefulness for what they have. So you get to choose joy. You get to choose gratitude. You get to choose to believe that you're worthy of all the love and the goodness that God created you for. It's time to unpack our beliefs and that we have of ourselves and how we got there, and stop letting them shape us moving forward. But it starts today. It starts with making simple choices to be grateful, to live in the reality that you have something to offer the world. You have something to offer your family, your friends, your circle, your people, that you are valued and you are loved. So often I often say that I wish that I could see myself through the eyes of my husband, that I could see what he sees. He can see me with no makeup on, wearing his t-shirt, bedhead, just rolled out of bed, whatever. And he can't keep his hands off me. But I reject that, because in my head, I push him away because I don't believe that I'm pretty enough for his affections, or that he would actually want to, touch me, or that he thinks that I'm pretty in those moments. I push him away when he is just acting out of how he sees and feels about me. And so it's just, what if I embraced those moments better? And what if I threw my own preconceived ideas away, and I embraced him? in those moments, and I let the reality of what he is saying to me speak life over me. Let's receive compliments better. Let's receive love better. What do you do when someone says, "Oh, you look great. I love your new haircut." "Oh, yeah, well, like, I just had it done, but I probably won't be able to do it the same way myself again." Or, "I love that shirt." "Oh, well, yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know if I feel good in this." Like, we just don't receive compliments well. So what if we did? What if we spoke life over each other? What if we made saying nice things to random people, even strangers, normal? It's not easy to do that. I'm not saying that it is, but it is something that what if we went forth and you went to the mall next time and the person that was helping you in the store was really good at their job and really friendly, and you just told them that. And you just told them you noticed they're really good at their job. Or maybe you like the outfit they're wearing and you told them they look really pretty today. Or whatever. What if you just looked at that person in the drive-through window and said, "You know, I hope you have a great day and you're doing a really great job." Who cares what they're doing? Who cares? If they're doing a good job, compliment them. Recognize what people are doing and make that normal. Let's make it normal to see ourselves the way our partners see us. Let's make it normal to receive the love that the people around us are giving, instead of operating in this place where we push off compliments, we don't receive them well, we don't accept what people are saying about us, we don't accept the life that people are speaking over us. It's sorry, just looking at my notes here. Let's stop looking at our failures. Let's stop looking at our failures as parents, as partners, as friends, as daughters and sons and wives and husbands and whatever. Let's start looking at the fact that relationships are hard and they are messy. Raising children is not for the faint of heart, but you're showing up, you're working at it, and you're loving your people. So let's stop looking at the things that we aren't doing right and camping there, and let's move past them. Let's celebrate the little wins on the hardest days, and let's celebrate the big wins on the easier days. Look at your kids and see the reflection, the good in them, and that is a reflection of who you are as their parent, rather than looking at all of the stuff that they aren't doing right today and looking at it as your failure as a parent. I am terrible for this. I am so terrible for this. But all the times that they do good things, sometimes I try to recognize that that's me too. When they are polite, and when they are kind, and when they are thoughtful, and when they are sweet, and when they love hard, like, those are also things that I have instilled in them. And so I need to recognize the good things and just work at the other stuff. But don't set up my tent there and stay for a while. Let's keep showing up and adding gratitude and love and value to our people. So, you're probably asking yourself, what on earth does this have to do with self-care and oils? So that's legit. That's a legit question. But the person that I have just asked you to be over the last minutes doesn't happen easily. And this person that shows gratitude, accepts love, looks for victories over defeat, and speaks life over their people doesn't just make a mental switch and there you go. You've got it. But you're not going to be awesome for life. As soon as you decide to do what I'm saying, you're not just going to be awesome for life. Nope. No way. No way, Jose. That's not going to happen. It's going to be hard. That person only arrives as we personally develop ourselves and we care for ourselves. If we make sure that our own cup is full. Now, I will say that on some levels, I think we do need other people to fill our cup. That's how we were created. And I'm a firm believer in the 5 love languages. And if you don't know what those are, you can Google Gary Chapman and the 5 love languages, or you can ask me about them, send me a message, whatever, and I can tell you what that looks like. But basically, it's that people operate from a place of, like, the way they receive and give love the best. Like, usually somebody has one of the 5 love languages that they're strongest in. So giving gifts, words of affirmation, physical touch, spending time, and did I say giving gifts? Acts of service. So doing things for other people. So for me, it's words of affirmation. So I want people to speak life into my life, and that makes me feel loved. But for my husband, it's less about that. But if I don't rub his shoulders or just put my hand on his arm or hold his hand when we're driving, like, touch is huge for him. And I feel overtouched sometimes. So I don't always fill his cup the way he needs to be. And his touch doesn't always fill my cup. But if he says something nice to me, it does. So I firmly believe that in the 5 love languages, and that our people do help fill our cup. But we also have to take responsibility for ourselves. No one's ever going to fully meet our needs. And in fact, I've always hoped and dreamed that my husband would magically know what I need, do all the amazing things for me, that he would plan and dates and cook dinner when I'm tired. He would just know. He would celebrate my birthday in the most amazing ways and be present and attentive and actually speak words when I talk to him, instead of just knowing that I said something and not feeling like he has to respond. Like, have you been there? Have you been there when your spouse just doesn't say anything and you're like, did you hear me? And then they're like, well, yeah. And you're like, speak words then. Like, how am I supposed to know you heard me? I don't know how many times in my marriage we've had this conversation. And so I still have to remind my husband to utter words rather than just assuming that I know that he heard me. And I have to ask him to fill my cup sometimes. And I had to remind him the first year we were married that just knowing it's my birthday isn't enough. I expect you to actually say happy birthday to me. And if I don't tell him what my needs are sometimes, if I don't speak that out loud, even though I wish I didn't have to, he doesn't always know. And so it's my responsibility to help him help me feel loved. So help him know what I need. And so I think that that is hugely important in all of this. But we also need to care for ourselves. So that could be reading a book, having a bath, tapping out to your partner. When if you hear the word mommy one more time, you might go homicidal on somebody. And you are going to start banning everyone from ever saying the word mommy ever again in your entire life, which would be terrible. But in this moment, if one more person says mommy, you're just going to lose your mind. It's time to tap out. And it's time to get some time to yourself and some self-care. You can use lots of Young Living's products to help you with self-care. There's so many things. Bath salts that you can soak in. There's new bath bombs that we have in Canada, the lavender and the stress away bath bombs that are amazing. Even our beauty products make you feel pampered and loved, and the skincare line. Like, there's so many things in this company, if we're talking Young Living, on how to help you feel beautiful. But finding emotional balance is necessary for our soul to care for ourselves. So when you just can't tap out, and you just can't leave the kids and go soak in a bath, and you just can't do it, but you need some extra support, or maybe you're wrestling with grief. I have gone through the hardest grieving season of my life in the last 6 weeks. I have lost 2 of the people that I love more than anybody in the world, and in the last 6 weeks. And so goodness knows I have been bathing in emotional oils. And if you are somebody that thinks emotional oils are weird, Don't worry, me too. I thought that for a long time. And I still don't totally understand them, but I do know they work. And so basically, I want to do more research on this, but part of the idea is that frequency is a measurable rate of electrical energy between 2 points. When there is frequency, there is electromagnetic potential. I'm just reading this because I will never remember it. We are being influenced by this attraction or magnetic action of the frequencies in our lives and our state of well-being. Essential oils are measured in frequencies, and the negative thoughts lower our frequency. Positive thoughts raise them. Prayer and meditation raises our frequency on average 15 megahertz. Essential oils have the ability to lift our own frequencies to levels where disease does not exist. These frequencies of oils range anywhere from 52 to 320. Rose oil is the highest frequency, and healthy people have frequencies of 62 to 68 megahertz. So using essential oils can help us grow, heal, and change. So that is a big part of this and how this works. But anyway, even if you're in the I still think it's weird and I still think what you're saying is weird category, that's okay. Put them on your body and feel the difference. I have had a situation where I was in a place where I felt I had a terrible body image, and I felt so bad about myself. And so I was going to this photo shoot that was supposed to be fun. And it was supposed to be a great time with some friends and feel beautiful and blah, blah, blah. Like, that was the whole point of it. But I just couldn't stop crying. Like, I couldn't bring myself to the place where I was willing to feel beautiful. I just didn't feel good. So I didn't really know what to do. So I grabbed Sacred Mountain and I put it on my body. I smelled it, I sniffed it, I huffed it, I slathered in it, and it was remarkable how much, so I put on some music and I started trying to get myself ready, and about 5 minutes later, I didn't even feel like I was going to cry, and I couldn't stop before, and I just all of a sudden felt this deep-seated, just settled feeling, and I don't know what that was. I don't know how they worked and what happened inside of me to make me change, but it was a distinct, marked difference. And my one child, my middle child, responds to joy oil like none of my other children. They all respond well to emotional oils, but my middle child responds to joy like it's insane. When he was 2, I would put it on the back of his neck in the middle of a massive tantrum, and he would freak out and scream like, "No oils, mama, no oils, mama." And then he would be so mad, and then I just leave him for a few minutes, and less than 5 minutes later, every time he would be like, "I'm not crying anymore, mama," and he'd just be the happiest little thing. And to this day, like, my husband laughs. He's like, it's almost like he's high when he's on it. Like, he's just so happy. And so it's remarkable, but not everything's going to work the same for me as it works for you. So try some different things. Everybody responds differently. It's just like, if somebody takes a gravel, some people get sleepy on it and some people get wired on it. Everybody's body responds differently. So don't get discouraged if you don't respond the way somebody else does. Just try something else, because something else will work for you. And so anyway, I think, I'm just going to go through a few of the emotional oils, and there's so many. I didn't even really know where to start in picking them, so I picked a few that have been promos lately, so some of you might already have them on your shelf. Some of them, like Inner Child, is in the new kit that was just released yesterday. So I just picked a few, and I'm just going to kind of give you a little synopsis of what they do. And then, I would just encourage you to go and play with the emotional oils. Don't be scared of them. But at the same time, don't assume that just because forgiveness oil says forgiveness on the bottle, you're going to put it on and you're going to forgive everybody. You still have to do the work. But scent can be very linked to memory. So as you're working through some stuff, it can kind of help just support that and bring back like the work that you're doing in your memory to work through these different issues. So it will be a major support in helping you to forgive someone, but it's not going to be magic either, people. Like, we still need to do the work. So yeah, anyway. Stress Away is a blend of lemon, lime, or not lemon, lime, vanilla, copaiba, lavender, cedarwood, and ocotillo. And this one is a favorite for a lot of people. I don't reach for this one as often as I probably even should. But anyway, it promotes relaxation, a calming environment. It can be diffused or added topically. And it can induce relaxation, relax nervous tension, and it is a natural health product for managing stress. So it says the vanilla helps combat nervous tension, and the cedral found in cedarwood helps promote relaxation. So it can be I think I probably need to use it more often. Valor is a favorite of most. I love Valor. It's totally helped me calm down in a lot of situations, especially public speaking, because I don't enjoy it. But anyway, Valor has rosewood, blue tansy, and frankincense in it. And Gary Young formulated this when he was reading a paper inspired that said that when Roman soldiers were getting ready for battle, they did a 3-day preparation and they bathed in essential oils. And this was the essential oil combination that they bathed in to get ready for their battle and to promote courage. So that's the idea behind Valor. It's also really amazing for, you know, like the chiropractor in a bottle. So it's really good for muscle soreness too, which is interesting. But anyway, you can put it on your body, you can diffuse it. This one I never diffuse, actually. I always wear it. And I love to even just smell it, put it in my hands and take some deep breaths. And it's this remarkable feeling. This one's huge for me when I was working as a nurse and I would come off night shift and I just could barely cope with like family stuff and kids. I would use a Valor to just kind of keep me calm and grounded and just to sort of ease tension. It's empowering and uplifting and helps you just sort of feel balanced. Sacred Mountain is a favorite of mine, and it's what I've been using to deal with my grief in the last 6 weeks. It's on the US market, but I highly recommend having this on your shelf. It's ylang ylang, spruce, cedarwood, balsam fir, and it has a sort of flowery smell with the ylang ylang, but with this undertone of all the tree stuff. So it's basically kind of gives you that calm feeling like you get when you're out in the forest. And interestingly enough, animals will go under like spruce and fir trees when they feel frightened or scared. So obviously there is something to those oils being very grounding, that even the animals seek refuge in them out in nature. Gratitude smells amazing with spearmint in the diffuser and promotes gratefulness, thankfulness, appreciation, and helps us just be more open to receiving compliments and to receiving good things from people and gifts. So it just helps you sort of feel more open and grateful, which, I mean, who doesn't need that? It also smells amazing. Hope is a blend of melissa, juniper, myrrh, black spruce, and almond oil. It can be diffused, but it's often used topically. It's known to create an atmosphere to restore your faith and reconnect with feelings of strength and stability. It sort of eases despair and helps you move forward with optimism. And when you sort of feel stuck, hope can kind of help you get out of that stuck mental feeling and release sort of that irritation and anger feelings. Joy is the one I told you works great for my son. This one was really awesome for me when I was struggling with postpartum depression and stuff too. It was just, I was on meds for it, but I just still felt some lows at certain times, and I would put this over my heart, and it was a really, really great support to just kind of give a little bit more of a boost It has quite a flowery smell. It has bergamot, ylang ylang, geranium, lemon, coriander, tangerine, jasmine, Roman chamomile, palmarosa, and rose in it. And it's just this beautiful scent that sort of promotes romance and happy feelings, sort of togetherness. Envision. This was a promo in November, I think. So probably a lot of you, it was the 125 PV promo. So a lot of you probably have this on your shelf. And this is amazing oil to sort of awaken and inspire your dreams, helps you move forward when you feel stuck, and expel negative emotions and mental blocks, and it opens up the right side of the brain better to inspire creativity. So you can use this a lot if you're focusing on your goals, and use it daily to sort of remind you, and use that scent recognition as you're sort of visualizing your goals and your dreams. Awaken. I feel like this is a promo for this month. I think I just got it. So I haven't actually experimented with this one too much, but a beautiful blend that helps us awaken our potential. It supports us in making necessary personal changes to realize our goals and dreams. So that's really great for starting this year, because lots of people have goals for this year. And it can just help you be sort of true to yourself, and also increases your creativity. Inner Child is in the new Revolution kit that we have out right now till the end of the month. And I haven't used this, but I did hear a cross line, I think it was Jody, say that she had tried it, and it had reminded her of some of her childhood memories, and then she thought, well, maybe just because I'm expecting it to, because it's called Inner Child, and then she got her husband to do it, and the same thing happened to him. So it kind of take you back to some of those memories as a child, but it says it also kind of helps you really look at yourself and accept life as it was, and but to move past, because lots of us kind of have baggage from when we were kids, and it can kind of help you unpack some of that and move past it and feel this like security. Surrender, which is also a promo, maybe last month, or no, it wasn't last month, maybe this month, is designed to balance and calm, release controlling and unfocused behaviors. Hello. Many times we tend to be overbearing and committed in our ways, become one-sided, and we can't see what's in front of us. It's an opportunity or a solution to our problem. Or we can't see an opportunity or solution to our problem. Surrender oil can help clear your mind and be more focused on what you need to do and finding the solutions. It can just help you let go of what you can't control and move forward. White Angelica is a beautiful oil that you can only get through Essential Rewards on the NFR US side. But I highly recommend this one too. I use this a lot for my son when he was really struggling with some issues of going to school and having anxiety going to school every day. Last year, I just would put it on a diffuser bracelet for him. And it sort of helps people, protects you from negative emotions and feelings, and just brings you back to a sense of calm. Helps sort of with this emotional protection. And yeah, those are the ones I just scratched the surface of, and there's so many more to unpack. So you guys, I just want you to go out and use those, and use these oils to help you to be your best self. We need to get past so many emotional blocks to love people, love ourselves, and to be our best selves. So I hope you guys can go out today, you can receive compliments better, that you can give compliments freely, and that we can make it normal to speak life over people. So thank you for spending your time with me, and I hope I added value to you, because that's always what I want to do when I share.